Hello everybody, welcome to another edition of Star Shadow Plays. I'm host Rob, aka Star Shadow. We're here with some more Cyber Knights Flashpoint. We're up to version 1.511 now. And you may notice that it has been a little bit of time between this one and the last one, if you were paying attention to the version number. And it's because it has been a couple months since the last episode, since I recorded the last episode. And we'll take a look in just a second here. Yes, but yeah, so you may have noticed at the end of the last mission, when we scrolled through our barracks, that there was a problem. I didn't notice it at the time, but there was a small problem that came out of it. So if we scroll into the barracks right now, you'll notice everyone is here. They showed up now that we got the training points back, which is something that came out in one of the previous patches. It made multi-classing free, so when you start your class, normally that would cost a talent point. It does not anymore, so we have a lot of talent points, training points that have come back. And so with these training points, they are showing up now. The mercs that are missing are showing up. So we had lost 2 mercs, and you'll notice actually if you watch at the end of the last episode, it actually had the number of recruits, or not number of recruits, but the number in the roster was wrong to start with. And also you'll notice here, this is what it said then: 4 ready mercs. And you look at this and you go, 4 ready mercs, that's a lot. It seems like more than there are. Well, that's some things happened in between. After we extracted, we somehow lost. We lost actually 3 recruits, I think, and then 1 came back at one point. But 2 of the recruits are definitely just not a part of the roster for some reason, even though we see them here. But you'll see once I do this. Oh, where did she go? She's just not there anymore. So it's a little strange that they just up and disappeared. And I was hoping that maybe one of the other patches in between might be able to fix it, but I don't know exactly what happened. Maybe it was related to the patch where the individual extraction was put out, and maybe something got screwed up there. But yeah, we are we've lost 2 of our mercs to this, and without having like anything to it, it's kind of difficult to keep going with this, unfortunately, because Breaker was the other one that has disappeared. It doesn't really matter here. I can just pick whatever here, but you'll see in a second. Don't really. And boom, also gone. So this is what it would look like without the mercs that are gone. And they wouldn't, and I should have showed this actually first now I was thinking about it. If I was in here, in this list, wouldn't show up. So even when they had the training, they wouldn't show up. Because if that were the case, I would have kept going, because I could live with that. But with the training, just remember not to train them all the way up. But in that case, we're just gone. And the big problem is just since they've left, but they seem to like be part of the roster, but not. They just like disappeared. I mean, all of the things here do still indicate like the anarchist, the sisters, Breaker is still a member of the team according to this, and so I'm feeling like this will break things to come even more. So we're going to have to start a new run, it looks like, unfortunately. But there are some cool stuff that has just been added recently in these patches over the couple of months that it's been, and one of the cool things is what we're looking at right here is the tagging and the backstories have been improved. So now we have I believe we had sibling, but now we have parent one, we have faction bard. The traits are numbered if they can be increased by hype, but there's a lot of new story tags here that can be used by the story generator to proc new missions and other situations. One that might be more interesting, here we go, is the face has now, from when we first started, we knew that B Tuna in our contact list didn't like us, and we never knew why. Well, now we know why. Is because we got this tag from our face that says she hates B Tuna, and even though it's hidden, there is some problems here. I believe I have another one too that talks about B Tuna, isn't there? Maybe that was yeah. Here we go. Ghost once betrayed B Tuna, so there's a reason that he does not like us. So we knew there was some problems there. Now it is explained, and we saw a interesting one here. Friend, we have a gunrunner contact. We don't know where that came from in the initial build. Well, now we know our soldier's friend is that gunrunner, and so that's where we know how some of these contacts have made it onto our list, how we're related to these contacts, you know, the relationship between characters and contacts. And so now we have more context as to why some of them we get certain missions, why we do certain things, and as we go there'll be more interplay between these in order to give us interesting stories. So there's a story generator here that brings together all this stuff and starts proccing stuff. So if there's the story generator pops up something from Diego, it's likely that it's going to be something like, maybe we lost some guns or something. We'll go talk to the team because we're friends with Onyx here, so that seems like a good person to go to. And so that story is procced because of, you know, these tags, which is really cool. And then we had one like this. We have if we go into the contact list, we actually have new contacts, because we have, like, this one was added, a lasting trust with Owen Nile, a nightclub owner contact. Wasn't originally part of our list, but now is part of this upgrade. So this is a very, like, to me, this is a very important and very cool upgrade to the systems here, because this is going to be pushing our stories forward and giving us more things to work with in terms of storytelling, which is really cool. And now also we have when hype goes up to a certain point, traits are improved. And so, for instance, Mute has had hype go up quite a bit, and one of her traits has actually gotten better. It's Sleuth, second level of that, so +2 will now, and +4% legwork success. So that wasn't quite in previously when we were playing. Now it has been added, so now we get that hype up. Then you see as hype reaches 80+%, you can gain hype limit break upgrades, which can mutate traits, add attributes, increase loyalty, or grant other powerful bonuses. And then same thing with stress. As stress goes too far, then you can get bad traits and possibly other stuff. You could see there's like disloyalty and discontent, and possibly desertion or betrayal. So yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff here, which I'm really looking forward to digging into. We also have there's been new missions added, a couple of new mission types added, and just more iterations of for the story processor to pump out new stuff, which is really exciting. So we've only seen a few different things. There's apparently a lot more out there. It's like 200 combinations or something right now, which will grow even further, so that there's a wide variety of mission types out there for you to take on. And then if we look at the, we can look at the contact list. But yeah, see, we got more contacts. You can see like this is the new one that we gotten, and we got tags on all of this, so we know what's going on. You can see the favors and everything. So yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff there. One of the other things that we are super excited about, and probably the thing that is going to make me wait a little bit before we start the next run, is that the base building update is coming, and it should be coming soon. So I want to wait for that, because I think that is going to be a very cool addition, and that should hopefully by that time we should be good to go and push forward at that point. But we can finally start getting stuff for these rooms, and that should be awesome, because there'll be things to do with reducing stress so that your traits don't go in a bad direction. Experience rooms, so like just like VR, so you can do like replays of missions, so that people who weren't there can watch and thus gain experience and level up. So if you get a recruit that's a much lower level than the rest of the team, you can get them up to speed by doing that instead of having to babysit them on missions. So there's lots of cool things coming, and we can finally take advantage of all of these things, which is awesome. There's also an update coming, which will bring some new enemies to the fore. If you're in the Discord, you may be seeing some of what will be coming that can be interesting as well, can make some interesting decisions here, as they may be able to interrupt your missions going on to add more intrigue to something that can be third-partied, for instance, or ambushed beforehand, or stuff like that. It's going to be an interesting bit of additional what do I call them? Additional variables into what we're doing. So we're looking forward to that as well, to see what's going to happen. But yeah, it's just there's so much cool stuff. And then the last thing that I do want to mention that I'm really looking forward to, if I just go here, is this here. We'll get a chance now with the new run to possibly start with a Scourge, if not bring one in. I'm interested to see how they work. I haven't gotten a chance to use them at all. We hadn't gotten a new recruit since this came out, so, and obviously we haven't gone far enough to even try and get a new recruit, because we've been stopped for a little bit. But seems like a very interesting class, and I really am looking forward to getting a shot to try this class out. So I was half thinking already of restarting and doing a new run just to get a chance to play the class, so this is a good excuse to do that. So I'm happy about that. So I don't know if we'll be able to do that right off the jump, or whether that might have to be a recruit, but we will definitely be looking for one as early as we can. All right, last thing I want to talk about is that probably going to change the kind of the way we do some of these, especially the safe house missions. I know a lot of the safe house episodes have mostly been looking at class training, which I can't imagine is that interesting all the time. So I'm thinking of doing that off episode, I guess, and then coming in and doing stuff like this is what we got, and just kind of doing a quick review of it instead of going through and thinking about it, to kind of shorten those episodes, because a lot of times it's just me thinking about what I want to do, and I'd like to kind of cut some of that stuff out and just focus on, you know, stories and action and kind of stuff going on. So that's kind of like one change I want to make. And then I'm hoping to see what we can get out of these tags so that I can start creating some little interactions, like, you know, not, I don't want to say like not canon, but not part of the game, but just some of my own kind of interactions to do some storytelling. The good thing is that some of these are going to be the same, especially of the initial. I believe they are not randomized at all, so we should still have like an X Matsumoto and the X Milsack and the X fighter with the brain rot. So I have some ideas already percolating, so I'm hoping to get some more stuff like that. But the new crew will be similar to this crew. I'm going to try and kind of take some of what we learned here and some of the ideas and way that some of them look and some of the names and stuff, and bring those to the next team. It'll be similar so that we can kind of have a bit of familiarity with what we have already. So don't be surprised if the next team looks a lot alike or very similar to this one, and we'll maybe trying to keep some of the names and stuff so that we can kind of pay homage to this by just kind of keeping it going, because we didn't want it to end yet. But yeah, sometimes that kind of stuff happens. Early access, there's always some kind of a chance of some kind of like game breaking thing happening, or sometimes with the updates things happen, and a lot of times when there's a big update you don't get to carry your save on, but the Teresa brothers always try to make it so that you can keep your save and have access to all the content. Here something happened, we don't know, it's fine. So we'll try, and like I said, we'll keep what we can here, and hopefully we get some interesting characters that we can continue to enjoy, if you will. And yeah, maybe we'll be able to bring the crew that we had here kind of back together. If not, then maybe, you know, some slight differences. I mean, like I said, the Scourge is going to be more a bit different, but we'll see how things go. But yeah, so there's going to be, you know, small changes. Hopefully we can make it as interesting as possible. I know, like I said, some of the safe house stuff isn't always the most interesting, so if we just cut those down so you can kind of see what's going on and stick to story stuff as opposed to everything else around there. So something for everyone to look forward to, hopefully, and we will see how things go then. So maybe a couple of weeks before we get into that, but we'll start actually on the first mission. I'm going to create the team beforehand and just kind of dump us into the mission and kind of do introductions as we go. It shouldn't be too much different than what we have now, so shouldn't need to do too much reintroductions, I guess. But we shall see. We'll see when we get to that issue. So like I said, we'll keep an eye out for the base building update to come out, because then you'll know exactly when the next iteration is coming. Or if I'm feeling it, then we will do a little bit earlier and have that join in. So it'd probably be a couple weeks as I set things up and start putting together a team and everything and getting ready for the next version, which will probably be Cyber Valkyria beta, I think is what we'll go with. CVB, maybe something like that. So yeah, that's the plan then. So yeah, just a quick update there so that you know, gonna be a little bit of time before we start the next one. We had the bug here that it's not gonna allow us to really go forward because we just don't know what happened. It seems to maybe to have broken the save somehow, which, you know, unfortunate, but that's the way it goes. And then we will start the new one and we'll go forward and see how things go. Hopefully we'll have a good run then too. and I'll be sure to actually, maybe we'll go through like the difficulty settings or something, but there's a lot of stuff to the flexible, because I'm gonna definitely run a flexible one, the next one, and kind of like based off of like the lower level, and just kind of hopefully tweak it a bit so that we can have fun and tell some stories and stuff. So yeah, thank y'all for checking this out and being cool and being ready for the next run. So that was our update. Of course, if you're interested, of course, like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff, whether it's this video or the other ones. I know people were enjoying the hacking simulator video there, where we did some hacking, got to see it a little bit. Hopefully that was helpful. But yeah, I do appreciate all people showing up and all the subscribers, all of y'all. Thank you very much. I've said this many times, but I never expected to get even into double digits in subscribers, because I don't really do any like advertising or anything. I just kind of put stuff up, and if people see it, people see it, and if people don't, people don't. So to have we're over 75 now is just amazing to me, so thank you all for that. But yeah, do occasionally post on Twitter streams by Star there. That will be in the description of the videos, so you can check that out, and also do stream on the weekends. So if you want to check that out, usually do a stream with my friends. We just hang out and play games. We've been playing like various forms of the Lego Fortnites and Splatoon and stuff like that. So you want to hang out with some people. We do that on weekends, usually at night on Eastern Standard Time. So always an option as well. But yeah, that is going to do it here for me and this run. But hopefully y'all doing well out there. Stay well, stay safe, stay good, stay healthy out there. And I will see you for the next one, which will be hopefully very soon. So y'all be good out there. And adios for now. Y'all have a good one.